We're going live. Bow, bow, bow. Oh, let's do a countdown for the TikTok people, or for the... Jippy! What's happening? All right, what's happening, good people? Good people of the TikTok, good people of the YouTube. So I did something good for the people of the TikTok. You're going to at least be able to see a little bit of what I'm streaming by me doing this, which is going to let us see comments, no sound. Still no sound? Came on here like a slow-moving cold front. His beer was warmer than a look in her eye. She sat on a stool and he said, "What do you want?" He said, "Give me a love that don't freeze up inside." Said I had melted some hearts in my time, dear, but to see it next to you, well, I shiver and shake. And if I knew love, well, I don't think I'd be here, asking myself if I've got what it takes to melt your icy blue heart. Should I stop and turn what's been frozen for years into a river of tears? All right, good people of the YouTube and of the TikTok, and of the X. We're on the X and the YouTube and the TikTok. It's a tri-stream, fantastic AI learning lab. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. To the extent that is possible these days. Ah! I just realized the dual screen is sort of stupid if I'm just showing the stream that has me on it. That's actually interesting. I can point to myself with one finger. Hey, you. if you're brand new here, we'll talk about AI stuff. I'll probably do some demos. The reason we stream on YouTube now is it's better. Turn off second monitor. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Oh yeah, that's good. So I can do this, and I could do, I know what I can do. I can go zoop. There we go. Zoop. I could just turn that off altogether. There. In case you haven't figured it out, we're making this up as we go along. I don't know if you've ever been to the AI Learning Lab before, but but it is a work in progress, as they say in the funnies. All right, that's good right there. Okay, I think that. Oh, I don't even need that, do I? So I can just do this. I can do this. Jank dank dank dank, jagga gang gang gang, kadank dank gang, kadank gang, kadagga dank gang gang, jagga gang gang, kadagga dank gang. Beautiful. All right, so now I can see myself here. we do have a lovely new image. Where did we put it? Where did you put that, Brandon? Oh, I think you put it in the other brand. You put it in whatever you call it. All right, smash the like button. Vicky requesting that you smash the like button. We have a lovely new image. 83 on TikTok. Good evening. Well, that's dropped down to 53 now. Welcome. So I did something new on TikTok. If you want to see the YouTube stream, then you click on my bio, and if you click on the YouTube link, then off it goes to the YouTube stream. Well, it doesn't go to the YouTube stream, but it does take you to the AI Learning Lab channel, and the first video there will be the live video, which is the live stream. And today, I think what I'm going to work on is, I put out a video over the weekend. So last night, while I was watching the fruit ball game, the Detroit Lions game, which is actually a really good game. You know what I realized about sports is I don't give too much of a shit about it, but it's something to pass the time that's got, some level of drama to keep me a little bit engaged. like I watched the NASCAR championship weekend. So I watched the truck championship, and then the Xfinity championship, and then the Cup championship, and they were fine. I don't like Phoenix as a racetrack, but whatever. And then I watched the football game. But while I was watching the football game, I made a cool video. I made a video that was inspired by a film that was made I think in the late 80s, called Koyaanisqatsi by Jeffrey Reggio, and it had Philip Glass did the score for it. I was sort of inspired by Kelly Bosch, who puts out, she seems to put out a video a night. And I was like, well, she just kind of does it sitting on her couch, is what she said. Saw that MJ was suing NASCAR. Michael Jordan is? Huh. Wonder what for. Didn't see that. I'm now a bigger F1 fan than I am a NASCAR fan. I mean, I do like NASCAR because they can bang the shit out of each other, and that's fun. grandson playing college basketball. That's kept us on the road. Well, welcome back, Jeff. Good to see you. Thumbs up on YouTube. So on TikTok, you double tap to hit the like button. On YouTube, I guess you give it the thumbs up. Also, if you feel like sharing the YouTube with anyone, so my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm up to like 550. So I need help on YouTube. So share this shit. Silver Fox is a grandma. I know. Very cool. And we got a lovely new image from Danielle. Let's see. Is this background? That's background. So if I turn this off, no. Oh, it's here too. Boom. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Nice work, Danielle. AI Learning Lab. It's a splash. Come on into the lab. Water's fine. Danielle also did this groovy one. And then we expanded it. She did like a vertical one of this little kid. And then we expanded it into this whole arcade, which was kind of fun. So that's kind of cool. Another thing, if you're new here, go check out the salon, the AI salon. You go to that site. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Good eye. Hold, please. Hold for a second, please. Yeah. So what I was looking at earlier was that cool image from Danielle, then that cool image. Kyle, can you put YouTube in your picture-in-picture, please? Yes, Serena, done. Like I said, we're still figuring it out. And then get rid of the white at the bottom. See, we've thought of everything here. I had to go find a black image to fill up the bottom of the screen here. Can I take this thing off screen? Yes. And then make it. See how nice that is? Lovely. It's lovely, I tell you. Lovely. All right, there we go. 3 Mile Storage is in the house. Jim Ross, what's happening? What's shaking, good buddy? I did some fun actual work. So at work, we've sold in a couple of AI products, which is exciting because we've sold them into pharma companies who are notoriously, conservative. And so I'll show you some of the stuff we did there. Let's see. I'm going to show. There's that. What else did I do? Oh, I've got Midjourney. I got a lot of stuff to show in Midjourney. I got a lot of stuff to show on ChatGPT. Session has expired. Well, that is not acceptable for anyone involved. Thank you, Brandon. Oh, that's good. You can pop me full frame as I input my credit card information. That's solid producer That's solid producer work over there. All right. So here's Koyaanisqatsi. Koyaanisqatsi AI. So this will be a fun one. I'll sort of walk you through this. Error loading videos. What? More sign in. Oh, these things finally rendered. Oh, that should be an orbit shot, not a pull-out shot. Still cool. this feet video. Oh, wait, here. Wait, I published my first Replit agent today. Oh, that's super cool, Vicky. Yeah, Replit is super cool. This was sort of an inside joke on a call I was on today. The feet. So sorry about that. Those are disturbing, but what are you gonna do? Oh man, I gotta say the navigation on this site is pretty poopy. That looks pretty nice. That's pretty cool. All right, so I'll show you what I did. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let me show you what's the best way to do this. I think the best way to do this is to go over here. Let me go find it first. Yes. So we'll go full screen with that. We're going to stop sharing here. We're going to start sharing. We're going to share a tab, and it's going to be that. And now you'll be able to hear audio. Okay. So. All right. So over the weekend, retractable toes. Those are totally retractable toes, weren't they? All right, here, let me hide this thing with that. Lovely. Black box for TikTok, getting there. I'm figuring it out. Oh, I need to get rid of all this stuff. Do I have to be showing this thing? Share this tab and said stop sharing. Oh, Lordy. Always show the bookmark bar. No, that helps. View. Always show full URLs. Always show the Google Lens shortcut. All right. Well, whatever. I guess that's as good as it gets. Okay. All right. So what I'm about to show you here is the thing I did over the weekend. So this was done in ChatGPT and in Luma Labs Dreamscape for the video, and then the audio was written in Suno. All right. Here we go. Ring. Nice, right? So that was cool. All right, so let me go unshare this tab and share everything. Why do I have to switch between this? Because Google decided that you can't share any audio if you're sharing your whole screen. Because I think probably they're fighting with Apple. is my guess. Okay. Okay, so let me. Is this it here? Avant-Garde art. Avant-Garde now. Okay, so here's where I did it. What's this at? Yeah, so okay. So I'm trying to think where to begin to All right, let me take a look at something here. No, he has not dragged any pixels. I don't know what pixel dragging means there, John. He ain't that smart. No, we've established that. If your question is, what are your qualifications? I have none. But what I will show you, I don't. If what you're looking for is, did I go out and photograph those things and put together a video of that? No, I didn't. But what I did do was I came into it's the AI version of knuckle dragging. All right, whatever. Okay, so let's go back to this. So here's what I did. Let me move that up there for the people on TikTok. So you can see a little bit of what I'm doing up here. If you want to see this better on TikTok, you can flip over. If you click on my name up in the corner there and click on YouTube, it'll take you to the AI Learning Lab channel. Okay, so in the late 80s, Jeffrey Reggio and Philip Glass put together this film called Koyaanisqatsi. And Koyaanisqatsi was a Native American term, I think, for life out of balance. And I thought it was a quite remarkable film, and it's always kind of stuck with me. And one of the things that it did was it just cut from all these sort of either time lapse or slow motion shots of cities and sort of cities encroaching on nature and nature doing its thing, and it just had this beautiful minimalist thing. And so I thought, one of the nice things to do in editing is sort of repeat a camera shot. So repeat a push in or repeat a pull out. And so I thought, could we do that? So in my quest to no longer use my brain, rather than think about like what were all the shots I need, I just said, give me 20 epic landscape prompts and describe them as if they were Ansel Adams or George O'Keeffe, black and white photos without mentioning their names. Use as much detail as possible with the prompt. Include film type darkroom techniques to capture the style. So this was, I did this inside of a ChatGPT thing I did where I had it design Midjourney prompts. So this chat already has a Midjourney prompt technique in it. And so it just generated a whole pile of prompts of, photograph of a dense forest, ancient redwoods, their trunks stretching upward beyond the frame, the sunlight filtering through the thin, faint beams captured in a medium format film, right? So I just did a whole bunch of these. Then I went over to Midjourney and I literally just copied and pasted. So to John's point, no, I didn't do any pixel pushing. I did copy and paste prompting, and in came the images. And so I just went through here and I found images that I thought, like this one, I thought that would probably animate pretty well. It's kind of interesting visually. And so I think I took all 20 of those prompts from ChatGPT, dumped them into Midjourney. And like some of them came out in color, which I didn't want. And I wasn't wild about these, but this one was fine. And then these were cool. This one, it put a person in. This one is big redwoods, but they're in color. And I just wanted black and white. And again, my goal here wasn't to make pixel perfect art. My goal here was to just have some interesting images that I could then animate, right? And so I just went through here and I just downloaded a bunch of these. These were pretty cool. This one I thought was really beautiful. It's got a little color on it. And like this one was a beautiful, like that's very Ansel Adams, right? So then I went over to Luma Labs and I just copied and pasted all these things in there. And then I just, wind blows dramatically in slow motion as the camera pulls out. So I just made individual little videos of each of the shots. And again, I wasn't doing anything here. Like I didn't really give too much of a shit. Like if it was really bad, like that rotation is too fast and all of a sudden the colors turn, it like adds color. It goes from black and white to sort of in color. So like that was shitty. So then I redid that one with just a different prompt to make the water in slow motion. And then with each of these, just sort of pulled them out. So then I had, some amount of shots, right? And I was like, oh God, now I got to edit them. So I went over to before I went to iMovie, I thought I've got to come up with some songs or a song. And so, let me share this. Hang on a sec. Because it'd be cool to hear these Suno things. Which one's that? That's on YouTube. Pop up that comment on YouTube. I'll look at it again. The movie is so good. Thank you, Cosmic Lover. All right. Let me cover that up for the TikTok folks. All right. So I've got these up. Yeah. So here were let's see, the Melancholy. So what I wanted something Philip Glassy with you can't say Philip Glass, but one thing I found out about Suno is that you can't give it artist names, but you can give it album names. so if you want something like American Idiot, driving rock or driving punk or whatever Green Day is, you can say that, but you can't say Green Day. So that's interesting. But I just did melancholy piano solo with weary strings that evoke emotions of watching vast landscapes, right? So I just did kind of a dreary prompt. of these are. The other thing that I like about this approach is, like, you could just keep making raw assets and just keep making raw assets. Like the job becomes more about curation than creation. So, like, I just made a shit pile of these. One of them down here, this one is 1 minute long. And so this is the one I ended up using. So there were plenty up here that I could use, but this one kind of ended. So then I just went over into iMovie. And this is, I don't really know iMovie at all. So I basically did a fade up from black and then threw in a title. And like, here's all the movies I imported. Here's the song I imported. And I literally just put them in at their default times. I didn't time it to the music at all. I just did crossfades in between all the things. And then I think for the last thing, I slowed it down and faded it out, right? So that at the end. Oh, wait, you're not looking at this. Hang on. God damn it. This screen sharing nonsense is nonsense. All right. Anyway, so this is what I was talking about before. So I'm in iMovie right now. So I just dragged all the clips in here. Here's the song. Here's all the individual little clips. So I literally just dragged them down to the timeline, threw crossfades between them, went over to titles, found a title that I like, dragged that on there for, just longer than its default time. Faded up from black, crossfaded in between, and just, had enough content that it matched the song perfectly. Right? So that's pretty. Yeah. Now, could you hear that? Gosh, that seemed like more than a minute. Yeah, well, it's a long, depressing song. It's a long, depressing movie. Can you hear when I play an iMovie? Can you hear this? Let's see. That's a good idea, Danielle. So there's that. Now, okay, so then today, what I wanted to do, all right, so that was just sort of a spontaneous put something out in the world kind of thing. I just wanted to do something. And then today, I wanted to really take it further. And I discovered a couple of fun things about using Canvas, which I liked. So let me just walk you through. So let me just pause for a second. Anyone have any questions or thoughts? M. Chester, holy moly, Kyle, beautiful. Winston Hardy likes it. Nice, thank you. Anybody have any questions? I love the music. It's putting me to sleep. It's very much put me to sleep music. Okay. All right. So in Luma Labs, they've got this cool new thing where they've got camera moves. So if in your prompt, so I can upload an image here. So let's go to, do I have them in downloads? Yeah. So there's an image. So if I bring that image in, I can say, man wrinkles his face. And then I say as camera. And the minute you type in camera, it gives you all these camera moves. So we could say, we'll pull out as he wrinkles his face. And so I wanted ChatGPT to write prompts that knew all those camera moves. And I wanted the specific camera moves for Dream Machine, for Luma Labs. But you can't, if I type in camera, there's no way you can copy and paste these. They don't have it so you can copy and paste them. So I could have typed them, but I'm lazy. So what I did was I screenshotted them and then I uploaded them to ChatGPT. And I said, these are camera moves. Please list them out. So it wrote them all out. So now it knows them, right? So that's what all these are, which kind of dug that. And then I said, now, do you know about the film Koyaanisqatsi? And it says, yes, here's Koyaanisqatsi. And did I spell it right? No, I put a U in it, whatever. But Jeffrey Rezio, music by Philip Glass. The title is from the Hopi language, meaning life out of balance. So it's essentially a plotless, dialogue-free, relying instead on visuals and music to convey the themes. And it shows life out of balance. And then there were follow-up films of Powakatsi and Nakoyakatsi, I think it's called. Were the follow-ups. And then I said, can you give me a shot of locations in that film and the kinds of shots used? And so it knows all the shots in the film because it was written so long ago. Oh wait, hang on. Let me do that for the TikToker. Sorry about that. And so it had all these shots. And then what I said was, here are the techniques. And I said, if you were to distill the story down into a 2-minute film and update the locations to be modern today and today's issues, create an outline that would tell an evocative story that is in honor of the original, not a replica of it, right? So I wanted to do like a nod to Koyaanisqatsi, but not knock it off. And so then it gave me, opening shot, Greenland's melting glaciers, urban expansion, sequence 2. So it gave me a bunch of stuff, which was kind of cool. And then I said, great, now I'd like you to create individual shot prompts. So I wanted it to create individual prompts for the specific locations. Gave it some specifics. And then it did that. So sequence 1, shot 1, sequence 1, shot 2. It gave me kind of generic locations. And so I told it, after it generated all this stuff, I said, no, I want specific locations. I don't want anything generic in here. Give me specific locations. Understood. Here's a list of specific locations. So Buckeye, Utah, Katy, Texas, New Clark City, Philippines. And so it even created, so sequence 1, urban expansion. Sequence 2, industrial farming and deforestation. And so it went through and did this. And so I'm sort of building on this, refining it. Then I had it write the prompts, and then I wanted it to do multiple shots within the prompts. Okay, there's a poll on TikTok. Hang on a sec. Let me take a look at it. Let's see. Are you second screening Kyle on your other device? Okay, so here's the question. For that poll, so in the upper corner, if you're on TikTok, in the upper corner over there is this poll where the little blue and white thing on an angle is. It's a clipboard. If you're watching the stream on one screen and then doing comments on the other screen, just let us know that. Or if you're just watching it on one or the other, that's great. All right, let me just go look at comments here, see if anyone has any questions over here. Was this 4.0 or 01 preview? This was 4.0. So I just used 4.0 for this because I wanted it to have access to the internet. Although this film's so old that I'm sure all the information about this is well in there. If I wasn't multitasking, I'd multi-screen. Okay, so what I ended up doing here, this was kind of cool. At some point here, I realized, so I had it give me, so like in Katy, Texas, sequence 1, shot 2A, sequence 1, shot 2B. So it labeled all of these prompts, you know, in sequence in the movie, because I realized as I'm making all these prompts, the keeping track of them was going to be a fucking nightmare, right? So I had it label them. So that was kind of cool. And then probably around this time, I flipped over to 4.0 with Canvas. And I said, put those things in Canvas. And so if you don't know what Canvas is, if I click on this, now my prompt is over here on the left and the actual shot list is over here on the right. So this was really cool. So then what I tried to do, so because all of these things were just geographic shots, right? We're just geography and landscapes and things like that. I wanted people too. And so what I tried to do was I tried to have it add people in here, but it ended up getting really confused. It would give me additional shots, but then it wouldn't label them. And then at one point it just stopped updating this canvas altogether. So what I ended up doing was making a whole nother canvas. This is another cool thing you can do. You can balance these windows. You can open this one wider. So here's Koyaanisqatsi people close-ups. All right, so it's like, yes, give me all the screens is 42%. No, I'm team TikTok is 57%. Okay, so now I've got a second canvas of shots D through F for each of the locations where it's just extreme close-ups of people. So what I did was I took the first canvas, the one that had the locations, and went to, so here's the shot list. So I just started with Buckeye, Arizona, and I just copied, I included the sequence and the shot because I wanted that in the name of the prompt. And it's got camera orbit right. So it's using the camera moves from Dream Machine. And so here's the prompt. So I copied this over to Dream Machine and I made these images. So there's one. Here's another one of the same thing. This is one where I wanted to see if including that numbering screwed up the prompt. It didn't, which was good. And then here's like a completely unusable, morphing tractor. And this one was fine. It's not a great shot, but it was fine. And then here's, like a desert, development. Here's another development encroaching on a wheat field. There's just a wheat field. There's nothing in that shot. That's not interesting at all. This is another one where the machine kind of morphs and does weird shit. So what I noticed about this, so all of these were just text to video in Dream Machine. And so about the time I got to these, I'm just like, I feel like all of these shots are just boring or fucked up. They're just weird or they're boring. So then I was like, well, wait a minute. Because I've got these canvases, I can just tell it to, instead of writing video prompts, write me Midjourney prompts. And so that's what I did. So I basically said, take this big long ass shot list of video prompts and turn those into Midjourney prompts, which I've got in another canvas. So in this, there's the people close-ups. And then somewhere down here, Midjourney static image prompts. And so now I've got all these same locations, but these are now Midjourney prompts. And so then I went to Midjourney. And these are dramatically better. Like dramatically better. Like, look at that shot. That's so cool. Like that. And that's very, if you ever saw Koyaanisqatsi, like that's the kind of shots that they filmed, right? These crazy shots at sunset, crazy shapes on screen. Just these are cool, dramatic. Midjourney's just better at composition. And so what I'm literally doing here, like that's in the Philippines, New Clark City in the Philippines. Really amazing. This was just one of the tests of the close-ups of the people. And so literally what I'm doing is I'm going to ChatGPT. Let's see, Katy, Texas. I think we got as far as the Philippines, right? Yeah, this was the aerial shot of the Philippines. So then I just grab the whole quote, including the sequence number. Then I flip over to Midjourney, pop it in there. There's like the title of the prompt is a bit duplicative, so I just delete that, but I leave the sequence number. Then I just hit submit. Then I go back to ChatGPT, grab the next one, copy, go back to Midjourney, paste, get rid of that part of the prompt, hit return, and this is it. So it's just kind of mindless. Like once you do the work of figuring out what you want the story to be and have it fill in the story, then you're just off to the races. So now we're going to Brazil. Copy, back to Midjourney, paste. We can see what it's creating here. So there's that close-up of the person. That's weird, that's weird, that's weird, that's weird, but kind of cool. Those are that's really good. So if I download this one, let's go grab that one. Then I come over to Luma Labs, grab that image, that's it there, and just say workers let's see, workers working, and then do camera, pull out, and submit. And so this is basically it. This is basically the process. Go grab this. Copy it, go over here. Oh, did I not submit that? No. Do that. There. Failed. Unrecognized parameters. What? All right. That's another cool shot of construction. Oh, these are cool. Huh. Deforestation at its finest. Winston Hardy, I thought the film Koyaanisqatsi was pretty interesting at the time. Watched it a couple of times. I actually saw a version of it in New York City at the forget what the theater was on the upper West Side in the 70s, where Philip Glass's orchestra played it live while the movie played. That was pretty cool. Okay. Let's see. I'm on TikTok, YouTube. All right. So that's kind of the process. Go to Midjourney, make those images, jump over to Luma Labs. So here's this shot. Right? That'll look good in the film. There's a little bit of morphing at the top here, but not bad enough that people would notice it, because these shots just go by like that. And this looks so much better than, let's see, like these boring things, right? Like that video right there is just boring. Like that's like what someone would film on their iPhone if they were just like, in a truck driving across the desert. It doesn't look like film. But, these do. Like, that's pretty slick. So then I went over to Suno. And then I did a whole shit ton of avant-garde stuff. Let me change out my screen share here for a second. Hang on. So let's see. Avant-garde, aggressive, minimalist piano, strings sound inspired by Koyaanisqatsi. So I put the name of the film in here, but not the artist, and it seemed to be fine with it. I don't know if it improved it, but it gave me stuff that was in the neighborhood of what I was looking for. It's got some. From songs. It's like
Crafts a web of promises, spun with silver tongue, enticing weary mass.
it's just
Spun with silver tongue, enticing.
all right. Sounds like the music is drowning me out. Actually, let me experiment with something here. Let me turn this down. So you can hear that? Can you hear me? You can lower it. All right, so I won't talk while I play. These are kind of cool. They're not really in the neighborhood of what I was looking for, but they're cool moves. Like a lot of that new fast ass jazz shit. Oh, these are the ones I ended up liking the best. So these moon facing ones. So the prompt here was avant-garde minimalist cello solo over brass and strings, inspired by Koyaanisqatsi experimental. So these four, I think there's something in here I'll use. I don't know which one yet. One of these, I think it was this one. Yeah. So it's cool. So I think this one, moon facing, the 3-minute version here, has got like 6 different sections in it. And the script that ChatGPT wrote has 6 different sequences. And so I think what I might try to do is time all the different sequences to these 6 different sections. So let me play this whole thing. This is the one I think I'm going to go with. Suno scenes seems interesting. Yeah, I haven't played with scenes yet. So scenes is where you can upload a video and then it'll write the music for it. That might be something fun to try with this, actually. So there's a change, right? So this starts out really fast, these things, and then it goes into this halftime thing, and then it goes into this thing. That's the section. Here's a fourth one, right? This is for a project like this. So there's kind of a false ending. And I thought what might be kind of cool toward the end there where it gets really quiet is that's where we switch over to, instead of places, we do faces. So did I do one of these this video? Let's see. John Williams just called. He's returning his music degree and moving to Texas. Yeah, I know. Listen, again, a big part of my my philosophy with all this stuff. Hang on a sec. Let me share my screen here. Wait, that one. A lot of my philosophy on this stuff is, the comments before about, are you actually, manually editing any of this stuff? No, I'm not. What I'm trying to do is learn what these tools make possible and new kinds of creative processes. And I think I got into an interesting back and forth, I think on Twitter this week or over the weekend, where Ethan Mollick put out a post that said, what did it say? He said, instead of using ChatGPT to give you an idea, use ChatGPT to give you 20 ideas. And I've been kind of coming to a similar conclusion where it's like, you've got this incredibly powerful ideation machine. It can do lots of other things, but it's really good at ideating if you let it. And what I'm finding is that I'm the bottleneck to being able to do better work with AI because how I think is limited. And so I'm trying to force myself to do different shit, right? I'm trying to force myself to work in a way that's not comfortable for me. So just having the machine vomit out a bunch of ideas and then just take those prompts and throw them into a video generation tool or an image generation tool and just see what comes out and see if it turns into anything coherent. Like, I don't know that there's another way to learn how to do this other than just fucking throw all the shit at the wall and don't judge it, right? Yeah. How I'm doing this is not how we've done creative in the past. And how you plowed fields with a tractor powered by a steam engine is different than how you plowed a field with a plow pulled by horses. It's a different fucking thing. right? And so that's where we are. Like we're in a place where you can, the back and forth I had with someone on X was essentially, I said, yeah, like I'm trying not to use my brain anymore, and I'm trying to reinvent my creative process. And his response was something like, well, not everyone's going to do that. I'm like, I know, right? You're going to have some people that say, this is my creative process, and I'm just going to keep doing it the way I do it. And then maybe I'll sprinkle in some AI tools within that, but I'm never going to change this. And then you're going to have people that say, okay, I used to do it a certain way, and let me experiment with it, and I'll try this new way, and they'll reinvent themselves. And then you're going to have a third group of people who never had a creative process. They've never done anything creative in their life, and they're going to do it completely fucking different. So, picture-in-picture TikTok. Wait, oh yeah, get rid of it. Yeah, in fact, let me entertain you. So anyway, some people get so down on AI music and art, they claim it not to be art. Exactly. And photographers, when digital cameras came out, using your brain is overrated. What I find, Bob, is that using my brain is the choke point. Like knowing how to use it is, I'm the choke point, not the AI. The whole thing about AI not being art. I mean, AI might not be art, but a piece of AI art sold for $1.1 million today. Having an artist as a wife, she has not sold any paintings for $1.1 million yet. So some people in the art community are seeing AI art as art. It's just another way for people to express themselves. You know, creating video games didn't used to be considered an art form, but it is. And that's pretty much accepted now. And you know, financially, the video game industry is bigger than the film industry, and the AI art industry is probably going to be bigger than the video game industry. It's just another transition. Every single time there's a new technology in the history of humanity, we've gone through this same bullshit. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You can sit there like this with your arms crossed and go, I'm not going to use the AI. That's not real art. But first of all, your face looks like this. And you're just a drag to be around. It kind of teaches you how to think. Yeah, it does. Or I think what it does for me, Kakif, is it forces me to rethink how I think. It forces me to ask the question, well, what if there's another way? What if you just let the machine take over? And I don't mean take over like it's doing all the work. It's just, it's taking over for doing the blocking and tackling of ideation. Like rather than me spending 20 minutes going, oh, what ideas of locations could I find to do a film like Koyaanisqatsi? Wait, let me go to Google and let me look up, shot locations that they filmed in Koyaanisqatsi, and let me do some research to see if there's growing cities that would be, comparable to what they were doing in the 80s to what's going on now. Why? Just say, go find me shit that's like that. Out it comes. GPT search. Yeah, I know. Exactly. I can't write short stories. All suck, but film seems to be clear to me. Yeah, it's just if you're visual, you know, I bet you probably could write a short story if you thought about it as a film. You could probably, it would probably be, actually be really good because you're super good at visual storytelling when you make movies. So you might just need to stop thinking about it as words and just say, well, how would I describe the film that I see in my head? That might be a way to write short stories. Or fuck it, you know, make the movie and then upload stills of your movie to ChatGPT and say, you know, here's the basic plot, here's the visuals, write it for me. That's gonna piss the writers off. Oh, good lordy, good lordy, good lordy. What's happening? All right, what else are we going to talk about? That was, I don't know if that was useful at all. I always feel like when when I try to demo real shit, there's so much that it's harder to demo. I don't know. It feels like it's overwhelming. So I'm curious if you found that valuable at all. People can't handle the truth and imagine it. This is the janky times. That's it. That's it. I mean, this is the janky times. I'm not shocked, but I'm already complacent with the AI tools I've been using, which says to me everything else we will all collectively adapt and acquire this tech with open, unimpressed arms. I totally agree. We talked about this. Cindy Kuhn we had a little meeting today that Cindy Kuhn put together. And all of us on that meeting were talking about feeling uninspired. And I was like, yeah, I put together this video over the weekend that the end result was this really beautiful thing and I liked it. But it was like the creative process was not, it was more curating than creating, right? And I think that's what some of the comments earlier were, well, this isn't real creative because you just manifested it into being. You know, I totally disagree with that. But as you get better with these tools, you can do remarkable things. Like if I were decently competent at coding with AI and decently competent with filmmaking with AI and decently competent with writing with AI and decently competent with molecular design with AI, like we are going to get to the point that the people that choose to expand their capacity are going to be able to literally choose the kinds of outputs, the ways they want to express themselves. And I find that tremendously exciting. But I agree with you, Shane, that how I think how we as a community have normalized these tools over the past 2 years is pretty remarkable. Like the fact that I could make the film while I was watching a football game. I could make that film, write the music, edit it, you know, in, I don't know what it took me, maybe 90 minutes, maybe an hour. I don't know, maybe 2 hours. But it was just kind of mindless prompting, make images, make them into movies. Some of them suck, some of them don't. See if you can make it better. You know, having it write that whole script and then realizing that Luma Labs Dreamscape's text to video made kind of boring shots. And then realizing, oh, I need to make these all Midjourney prompts and then go to Midjourney and make more interesting images and now see if I can turn those into interesting film shots and see if I get enough of those to put together. It's just a different, it's still creative problem solving. It's just different problems, right? I'm not having to learn how to use fucking Aperture, right? I'm not having to go out and photograph all those locations. I couldn't physically do it. I couldn't financially do it, but now I can. That it's curated instead of art. Oh, well, so I agree. Listen, the process is more curation. I think the output is still art. The art is what I, as an artist, choose to put in the world. So part of, let me share something here. Let me move this over here. Oops. Let me do this. Hang on, people. I'm figuring this shit out. Okay. So when I went to X over the weekend, I taught myself cello this weekend for the music to back these film clips I bought at a yard sale this summer for $1.50. I wonder who the photographer was. So talented, sound on. And then, I definitely did not use ChatGPT, Midjourney, Luma Labs, Suno Music. I promise. And then I tagged the person from Luma Labs. For me, that paragraph is as much the art as the video, right? Just someone stumbling through here that sees that doesn't know me might actually think that I taught myself cello this weekend. Do I care? I don't fucking care. That's part of the art, right? So I think the art is what we choose to put in the world as art. And again, I go back to how I did that is none of your fucking business. That's all I got to say. Nobody's fucking business. We are still the seeds of inspiration and the ideas spark. Yeah, and we're the ones that choose what we put in the world. We're the ones that choose what we put in the world. I don't think I flipped my TikTok screen right when I just showed that before. Sorry about that. Thoughts, questions? Let's go look at, by the way, I didn't say it earlier, happy Veterans Day. So especially for those of you that have served our country, thank you for your service. So happy Veterans Day. And I think there's probably some things to go look at in the AI Learning Lab. So let me do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do that, which I didn't do before. Do that, and then let's go over to, so where I'm going is I'm going to the AI Salon. So if you haven't joined the AI Salon, go to the salon.ai, scroll down, click on join our community, and that will take you to this site. I think it'll land you right on this welcome to the salon, and there's a video here, and we talk about our journey to AI literacy, and play first, mindfully create, generously lead. It's a really cool community. But down here in the section called community clubs is a club called AILL Irregulars and only feet. Yeah, we were the foot video I showed earlier was this thing we talked about today from a fake porn site called Only Feet. Oh, nice, Danielle. Look at that. That's super cool. That's a good Veterans Day image. Very nice. Very nice. The turtles, nice. Very cute. Click to expand to scroll down. Love that. That's super cool. These are great. Which image generation tool did you use to do these? Are these all Flux? Ooh, I like that one. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. I don't know which one she did these in. Does it say in the open image in new tab? Doesn't say. All right. So let me. By the way, if you're in the AI Salon, that Fade Away movie that I made is in the video and animation show and tell channel. I think she said Flux. Yeah, that I think she's been using Flux lately. It's Flux or that other image generation, the open source one, but I'm pretty sure she's been using Flux. The image generation tools, there's so many of them are so good now. It's pretty amazing what's available. I also today was trying to work on some stuff for work, and I was using 4 different video models, and they're all sort of good. They're all sort of good. Nothing right now is great, but we'll see. We'll see if we get anything in the next week or two from OpenAI. There might be some new stuff out. Maybe we get Sora. But at this point, I kind of feel like Sora is playing catch up to the Hailu, the Hailu one, HAILOU.ai, I think it is. That one's pretty remarkable. But they're just, they're all really expensive, the video things. It's hard to experiment with them, which kind of sucks. Anyway, all right, I'm going to get out of here. So tomorrow night, I don't have Brandon. So running this StreamYard thing without a producer is actually really hard. So he's traveling tomorrow. So I think what I'm going to do is we'll do a Twitter Spaces tomorrow night. So we'll start on TikTok, and then I'll shut that down, or maybe I'll just leave it running. I don't know. I probably won't. I think it'll be too confusing. And I think we'll flip over to Twitter Spaces. So prepare to hang out. We can just hang out and bring people up on stage and just shoot the shit about AI. All right. So my URL, if you can pop this up there, Brandon, my URL is or my account name on Twitter is @Kyle Shannon. I have 20 notebooks in Notebook LM right now. Very nice. Hailu is Minimax. That's right. Minimax is the name of their model. Yep. Minimax seems to be the leader of the pack right now in terms of quality of physics. All the others seem to be similarly janky. Like where most of these models fail miserably is like vehicles with wheels rolling, like the wheels don't roll or the wheels morph into other things. There's something weird about vehicles with all the models, but Minimax is decent. So we'll see. But that seems pretty good. All right. I will never use Twitter. I understand that, but I think it's going to be important. So I'm experimenting there. Forget Sora. Give me agents. Yeah, no shit. I'm right there with you, Jason. I will never use Twitter, use X. That was pretty funny, Jason. Yeah, I know we're in fucking weird town right now. Everything is weird. Everything is weird. All right, let's see. All right, so what I would like you to do is go to the salon.ai. Hang on a sec. Let me pop this up here. Go to the salon.ai. Wait, how do I flip this? I go and I go and I go flip camera. Bang. All right. Go to the salon.ai if you haven't joined and click join our community and come on in. Go over and introduce yourself and sort of there's kind of a 7-step welcome process there. So just jump over there and do that. All right. I said that right. Yeah, we're in weird times. Anti-bubbles, I deleted it, but maybe for Kyle, I would download it again. Oh, that's sweet. Well, we'll just like I figure for the end of the year, I mean, there's a couple of things going on. I think that there is a high likelihood that that TikTok is about to go away. I didn't believe that. I mean, I didn't feel that way prior to the election, but I just think considering all the powers that be that are not invested in TikTok, I just the capitalist in me understands that, you know, one way to get rid of the competition is to get rid of the competition. So I think that's got a much higher likelihood of happening than it did before. So I'm just trying to figure out how I migrate my activity to a place that's going to be relatively stable. So I figure for the rest of the year, I'm just going to keep experimenting with different piece parts. So that's kind of why this channel has gone janky. Like, I understand it's janky and I appreciate that. And it's not comfortable for me. And I assume if you've been here a lot, you're like, Jesus, what's going on? Why are we everywhere? Part of it's just that, like we had a nice stable place. And I just have this sense that in the next 2 months, it's not going to be stable. So that's it. All right. I think it will be fine. TikTok is not going away. We'll see. We'll see. I just think it's got a higher likelihood than it did before. But anyway, we will start on TikTok tomorrow, okay? All right. All right, everybody. Fantastic. So thank you for hanging out. Let me flip this back. Flip camera. There's me. Hi. Kim Kecken just got here. We're just taking off cam. I'm just winding things up. You didn't miss a lot tonight. It was a lot of me sort of showing an overly detailed process that I don't think worked all that well. Every time I think, I know, I'll show this really detailed thing and it'll be great. I think it's not great. I think this channel works better as chat ADD than me trying to plan something. Is what I'm getting, is what I'm starting to understand. So anyway, Kim Kacken, great to see you. Dr. J, good to see you. Tams, Kakif, Semi, great to see you. The ads can go away. Jason, great to see you. Daisy May, Emilio's wife. These are all the people on the TikTok. And then over here on the YouTube, we got Lord Digital Gods. Great to see you. Joy Purdy, Simply Visual. There's probably some overlap here. Winston Hardy, Bob Donegan, Joy Purdy. It was great. All right. See, my instinct's never good. This is one of the things I learned in theater. The nights that you think you did great, you didn't. The nights that you think you did horrible, you didn't. I've learned that many, many times. X-banned me for spamming, but it was a hacker that did the spamming. Well, that'll happen. Joy Purdy, Jeff Flanagan, Simply Visual, Shane Saw, great to see you. What did you say? That's that. We talked about that. Claire Jacobs, Dr. J. Sea Slug of Doom. Fantastic. All right, everybody. Daisy May's over here too. All right. I'm going to get out of here. Have yourself a fantastic night. Happy Monday. Happy Veterans Day. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll start on TikTok tomorrow at normal time, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. And then we'll flip over to Spaces. I'll probably set up the Spaces for 8:30 Mountain Time. And we'll just do it until it doesn't make sense to do it anymore. All right? Peace out, everyone. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Brandon, for the work you're doing over there. That makes my life much easier, although it's still fucking chaos. Got too many screens, too much shit going on. Even for my ADD brain, there's a lot going on. All right, everyone. Have a good night. All right. How am I going to do this? You're going away first. Bye. Bye, TikTok. All right. They're gone. And now you're gone. Peace.